We are live. Look, I'm back on a hangout, everybody. Welcome to your reality recaps, BB17 cast assessment show, whatever. I haven't done these in a long time. We are so excited. We have such an amazing guest that we know Twitter went insane for last night. So, before we get to her, let's make it about me and follow me on Twitter at Reality Recaps. Who's here with me, John?
Hey guys, John Richardson here. So excited to have met the cast, and we're going to talk about them, assess them, and of course we could not do it without the Queen Bee herself, Danielle Reyes. So excited. On the show. You can follow me everywhere on social media at Comedy Jonah.
Go ahead, Danielle.
Hey. So, I'm here.
You don't want people to follow you on Twitter, Danielle?
You can follow me on Twitter, DanielleBB3, of course. That's where everyone can always see me at. And just follow me. I'll take the haters. I don't care. I will respond, and I will do what I have to do. But everyone's welcome to follow me.
Who is hating on you? Do we need, like, right now, do we, like, give us names? We're off.
I'll fight a bitch. I'll fight a bitch. I will.
Oh, no. What? Get the Vaseline out, right? Get the Vaseline out. No, we're good. We're good.
Oh. I think there's going to be, I don't think there's going to be a lot of drama this season, but all right, let's start at the beginning, and let me say this to everybody. Of course, you can see all of our Big Brother content, yourrealityrecaps.com/BB17. Thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel, YouTube/realityrecaps. Even though that's not where this show is happening, don't ask. Follow that one. And if you have any questions for Danielle, we'll take them after the cast assessment. Just tweet us them with #YRRLive. Okay, that being said, first up, I think we need to get to Audrey Middleton, or as he, oh my god, see, I'm gay. I'm going to get this all wrong. I have to throw it to John.
You're getting it all wrong.
I'm getting it all wrong already.
You cannot even do a hangout anymore.
Okay, go ahead, John. Give us the rundown on Audrey Middleton.
Well, Audrey Middleton, I don't know if we are showing her picture on there. I like her. You know, I had a little discussion with her with Princess Glammy during our Bravo show, the last 5 minutes of it. Princess Glammy thought she kind of seemed like a serial killer. As I watched her video, she has a very Dexter quality to her, and I think even Jeff kind of said that about her too. But she's transgender. If you guys watching don't know that she is, so she's a trans female. Looks fantastic, I think.
Well, we hope so.
I'm going to be very interested in seeing how she is in the competitions, right?
Oh.
She has a lot of upper body strength. Is that politically correct to say?
There is a whole debate. I want Danielle to weigh in, but I will let you know. I was reading debates where people were already saying this isn't fair because Audrey was born Adam and then he's a male and he has the advantage because he's a male and not. What are you thinking, Danielle? Break it down.
So first and foremost, how can you guys forget that women do well in these competitions? Hello. Especially in endurance competitions, especially when we're hanging low or hanging on a spider web. We cannot give due credit to Janelle, the beast of competitions. So just because someone has upper body strength does not mean anything at all. And let's just take a second here. I believe BBUK had a transgender years ago, and she was extremely popular in that country. So don't think she's going to have advantage because of the competitions. It's not that way at all. She might have a disadvantage. I'm just saying.
She might. Now, is this stunt casting on, CBS part a little bit? Do we think that they're playing into that this is popular right now? Popular right now? I know Robin did say she's always wanted a transgender person on, and she was always looking for the right one, so maybe not.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have to understand, it is a show about stories. We want a storyline. We don't want boring people. So, of course, that is like the best cast person to put in there. She has a story to tell. And I think America needs to be aware of what's going on in society. And hopefully we can see how she's going to function and how the house is going to react to that.
Well,
you're going to have someone.
I absolutely agree with you. She's from a small town. She is a digital media consultant. She works from home because her town is so small. There's not a job not like this in her town. So she does it online. Obviously very smart. Knows social media, like she said. She said she likes to do all of the updates for different companies as well as take selfies. So I liked her already.
All right. I think she'll be fine. I think if I was in that house and she was forthcoming with me, I want to sit and get to know this person.
Yeah.
You know? So I think people forget it is a social game. It's a big social game. It's not all about the competition. So let's see if she's going to be able to fit in socially. That's going to be the biggest thing. That's our biggest challenge.
Dana actually told me before the show started that because TMZ was the one that broke the news during media day. She only made it to like one outlet, and then they pulled her from all other outlets. She wasn't allowed to talk to anybody else she talked to Jeff on the live feeds, but then they kind of went around to the other little media outlets, and apparently they pulled her off. She only got the first one done because TMZ broke the news, and I guess
I'm just curious as when she's gonna drop the bomb. Like, boom, is another house guest going to be very attracted to her? Are we going to have a crying game situation? I don't know. That's what I'm looking for because I know it's going to be so good. Can't wait.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I think there's going to be a few people that are going to love it, and I think there's going to be a few people that are going to lose their minds, is what I think.
Absolutely.
Well, here is one of the people that I'm really excited to hear what you guys think about. Austin, what's his last name? Oh, Matelson? The one who is like naked. Yes, he has his shirt on now, but in the pictures that came out the first day, he was all shirtless and looking like a big scary rocker. I guess because he's a wrestler, he's a professional wrestler. So
that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big boy.
What, Danielle?
What are you thinking?
Oh, I think because he's a wrestler, he's going to have big personality. And let's face it, they don't put people in the house unless they have big personalities. So we'll see if he's going to be able to tone it down or if he's going to be obnoxious and irritating.
Well, the thing with him, too, he's not just a wrestler. He's a post-rehab specialist. So when people come out of rehab, he kind of helps set their program up. So I thought that was also very interesting. He's very social. I love when you see the video on CBS on All Access, when he puts his top hat on, he's Judas. So Austin is very sweet, lovable teddy bear, but when he puts his top hat on, his name is Judas, who lies, cheats, and steals.
Me likey.
When Jeff asked Austin what animal in the forest or whatever, he said he's a parrot. He's a lovable, sweet little parrot. You can pet him, blah, blah, blah. But when he's Judas, he's a snake. What do you think of that?
I bet Dan wishes he was there for his "You'll Always Be Judas" to me.
And so, you think he'll be the villain? I think he'll be the villain.
Yeah. I love his he's tall, he's huge. And I think
he's very intimidating, possibly?
He can be, especially with the hat on. It looks like a mad rocker, kind of.
He is like a little mad rocker. But, I mean, being a sponsor, I think that's a great job for him. Could you imagine if you were, like, you just fresh out of rehab and you got to, like, get your life on track, and then there's him, like, over you? Like, can I take a drink? I'll kill you. I would be afraid of that man.
Oh, he just puts on the hat.
Right.
You motherfucker.
First of all,
yeah.
I think you might take up a drinking problem because I know he's your type, John.
Okay.
You might want to.
Let me get my beer. Thanks.
Oh, yeah. I can't. We have Danielle with beer. We have John with an undisclosed liquid, and then me with my water.
Glammy taught me how to hide my gin.
Oh, maybe you're already 2 steps in.
Oh my God.
Let's move on to, and then we're going to talk about a whole bunch more stuff. I just want to quickly touch on them. Let's move on to Becky Burgess. I'm going to go with Burgess, who's from Denver, Colorado, and she's a retail manager. And she's the all-American girl next door, because we always need one of those blonde hair in Big Brother. What are we thinking about Becky? Go ahead, John.
I think Becky's sweet. I mean, she's very giggly and bubbly, and she's a retail store manager for clothing. You know, one of the things that Jeff asked her about, what would the Zing bot say negative about you? How would he zing you? And she's like, oh, I don't know. There's nothing wrong. Well, her teeth are kind of big, I thought. So maybe the Zing bot might zing that. But when asked if you would rather have America love you and not win the money, or win the money and America hate you, which one would you want? She said she wants America to love her, but she wants the money. Just sweet. Just apple pie.
What did you...
Danielle.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Danielle.
Do not like apple pie. Do not like apple pie.
I lost to apple pie. Remember my original season. So I hope she's not going to be too sweet. I just hate winners that force gump their way to the final two, and they're so sweet and nice, and America loves them, and then the jury loves them. They give them the money because they love them, but they had no strategy. They did not play the game hard at all. So I hope she has some spunk in her, because I want a woman that's going to go in there and just like, this is how we're going to do it, and this is how we're going to break it down, and I'm going to crush, as Janelle will say, crush dreams, people's dreams. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. I don't want the sweet girl. I want vicious women in there.
I just, to sidetrack for 1 second, because I don't think we've ever talked about this before. What are your feelings on Rachel Riley?
What do you mean?
Do you think that she's like a strong female player in the game of Big Brother?
I think she was strong because she had the proper support, Brendan, in the house. We saw Rachel have her nervous breakdowns, right? Mm-hmm. And happened to be sitting next to the right people to win the game at the end of the day. And plus, they had that questionable change of the game at the last minute. I'm not saying Rachel shouldn't have won that season, but I think the favors were flipped differently during that the change in the game, and then they had an endurance power veto competition that usually you don't see. I like Rachel. Rachel is one of those people that you either like Rachel or you hate Rachel. I actually like Rachel. I like hanging out with her. She's a little goofy sometimes, but like I
she's
said,
like black licorice. You either like her or you don't. Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it gotta be black? Anyway.
Anyway.
Maybe like red liquor. Yeah. No, I know this. I know because you kept referencing Janelle, who we all love as a strong female player. Absolutely. And I was wondering. I was just wondering what your thoughts were on Rachel. But okay, what else about? Was there anything else about our little Becky? She's athletic, outdoorsy. Mm-hmm. She knows her looks give her an edge in life, but doesn't rely on them because she's the total package. Becky.
Well, just that statement alone, she contradicts herself, right?
Oh my God. She'll be crying.
There is so much that I want to say, but we have to play nice because, you know, my feelings alone. No, we have to, because my feelings alone, personally, only mine, are that next season will be All-Stars, so we can't do anything that could get Danielle in trouble with CBS. So to play super nice on this show.
Absolutely.
We're all...
Which, by the way, is what everyone's saying in the chat room, Danielle. They want you back.
I know, but they're not calling me. You guys need to let it go.
I think your phone might be ringing around January. Mark my words. Mark my words. I'll say. There's no, whatever. I don't know what I'm allowed to say and what I'm not. So I'm not. I'm just gonna say phones are ringing in January. Okay, we all just need to just get together now for a moment because we need to talk about my BFF Clay Honeycutt, who has a gay porn star name already, Mr. Clay. Goes to Texas A&M. My nephew and niece both go there. They'll be hunting him down. Okay. What does he do? I don't know. Who is listening? Oh yeah,
he's a grad student. I had to watch the video again because I couldn't stop staring at him. He's so pretty, and you know, Jeff seemed a little kind of gay when towards the end he was looking at him, going, "Boy, it's like looking in a mirror. Go like this with your hand." And then he said maybe 20 years ago. But,
no, Jeff said that. Jeff actually insulted him. I have to say, the best interviews I've ever seen Jeff do was this set of interviews. He actually has a sense of humor for these ones.
But I'm kind of curious because, you know, a lot of the cast, you know, is okay. He's very good looking. And do you think his looks are going to make him a target?
No, the trolls in that house are going to be flocking to him.
No, he's going to be showmance, a romance, any kind of mance. He's going to be the next, what's his name, Kobe. You know, sitting there and, you know, pretty boy, probably make it. He'll flirt his way. He'll flirt his name to the game. We'll see.
But in his interview, here's what cracked me up. And I loved how Jeff handled it so much better than I would. Because Jeff is like, so have you watched the show? He says, and I quote, "Yes, I'm a super fan. I'm a super fan of the show." And Jeff's like, "Oh, you watched all the seasons?" And he's like, "Well, no. I mean, I just started watching them 4 months ago."
No, in other words, I just watched the tapes that the producers just gave me to watch, basically.
Right. In my hotel room.
Right. All I can say is Clay Honeycutt made the cut, and you know what I mean.
He needs to make sure his shirt is off at all times.
Yeah.
Oh, it will be. Oh, please.
Well, Jeff asked him what animal he would be in the wild, and he said a wolf.
Ooh.
Should have been a porn star.
Is he going to lead the pack?
Oh, he'll lead my pack.
You need Jesus.
Girl, Jesus does Milan. So it's not teasing.
And he wants to win, right? I made little notes about like who with Jeff's question of would you rather win and be hated or lose and be loved? He was a win. He was a win. He wants to. Okay. Oh no, he didn't. He was one of the only loves. He said he would rather lose and be loved.
What?
Bye. Bye.
Yeah, get out.
Yeah.
Next.
Yep. Get out, Clay Honeycutt. Okay. Next is Devon Rogers. And I love me some Devon Rogers. Who she's a poker dealer. She's a poker dealer. Poker dealer.
Oh, she's a dealer, but not a player.
She's not a poker player. I'm so excited that I get to say poker player all season long. I'm so excited. I can't wait to be like, you're a poker player. Oh, I can't wait. Can't wait. That's coming. It's coming, people. Yeah. What do we think of Devon? Who? Oh, I'll just say I kind of think interesting that she's cast when we have a world famous poker player that we're getting to in a few. So clearly. But then, like, we're not really exposing a lot. Oh, she plays poker. Okay, what do you think, Danielle? Go.
Was she funny? Did she seem like she had a sense of humor?
Yeah.
Did she have is that a weave in her hair?
It's a weave.
I wonder how that's going to look after 3 months. I always worry about stuff like that. Is it going to be good in 3 months? Or like, hanging on?
It was like Gina Marie's weave, right? When it was
that thing was a mess. A hot mess. No, seriously. She seems like she's going to be funny. Like I said, I just hope she has the social skills. She's going to go in. The women might find her intimidating, but if she doesn't work on those social skills, she's not going to do well. So she's funny. If she just be funny and have a good time, she'll be fine.
I think she's going to kind of have a little bit of a tough time. She has a daughter, a young daughter, who she's, you know, she's missing first moments with her daughter. Like, I might be even, well, I don't have children. I have puppies. She's just out of an 8-year relationship. She's emotionally already strained. And I think what Big Brother the House does to you when I've interviewed house guests is that it magnifies it like 10 times fold. And she seems a little vulnerable to me at this point. I like her, though, but what do you think about that with missing those moments with your child?
I think that's important. I think you have to reflect on why you're there in the first place.
Yeah.
The money. And if she's a mom, then maybe she'll be more nurturing and caring. I don't know. But I think she's going to be one of those people that people are going to love her in the house, but don't let the smooth taste fool you, because I'm sure we're going to have some eruptions from Devon. Watch.
We're going to. Here, first of all, I think she's going to be social. She's a poker dealer. She has to interact with all different kinds of people. You know, people at the poker table lose their mind when they lose or happy when they win. I think she's going to be good with a flux of emotion. And like John said, yes, she's fresh out of an 8-year relationship, and she has, you know, a daughter, which is why she's doing it. And she said, "I'm here to win. I'll cut a bitch because I'm not going to miss. I'm not going to miss my daughter's first tooth, walking, all of that stuff for nothing."
She's dangerous. Mark my words, because she is not playing. When she says that, she will do that.
Says she's a super fan. She had the best Zingbot impression, and when she zinged herself, it was about her weave. She was what her weave was going to look like.
It was about her weave? It was about her weave?
Yes, and it was hilarious.
Do you remember what it was? Because I don't remember.
Oh, gosh, I don't remember, but I just got my notes saying how great it was. Also, too, Jeff asked her what she would be in the jungle, and she said a tiger, because she's going to pounce. She's going to pounce on that house. And I think with the emotional thing, she's going for it. Boom. I'm excited.
And she says she's a fan. I mean, honestly, I hope if nothing else, watching these interviews, people stop saying that fans aren't getting cast, because this season, more than half of them are fans of the show or have seen the show, and I believe the ones except for Gay Cowboy, who in the closet, whatever, who
stay in the closet, I'll join you.
Who says, you know, whatever is super fan, but he's not. I think there is a lot of super fans.
Okay, I would say this. I hope she does well. Big Brother has yet to have an African American winner. I'm sorry. It's time. I hope she's smart. I hope she uses her motherly skills, and I hope she does backstab, cutthroat, do what she got to do to get that money. And that's what she needs to do. So I'm pulling for her, because I really would love to see her win.
Me too.
Oh, we're playing nice this episode.
You're playing nice, and I'm glad.
I have really a comment to make on what you just said about why it will never happen, but we have to be nice. Be nice. Okay, so let's move on to Jace. To Jace. What's his last name, John?
Jace with a C.
No.
Jace with a C.
It's Agolli. Agolli. It's Greek. I thought he said it was Greek. Look, here's the bottom line. He is. My notes for him are surfer, skater, loser. He is the Hayden, or more technically, a smart Hayden. And all of his looks aside, his interview with Jeff, he was like a politician. He was like, that I can't. He was using very big words, and he was like a big speaker, and his look didn't match the words coming out of his mouth or his image.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? I don't know. He just needs to do the man bun, and then we'll talk then. Does he seem like he's convincing?
Well, what'd you say?
Does he seem like he's convincing? Will he get people to do what he wants them to do?
He's going to have the convincing social thing. He's a surfer. He just moved to the beach. And so one of his regrets going into the Big Brother house is that he just moved to the beach, so he's not going to be at the beach this summer. you
I
know,
think it's going
after
to be socially awkward. That's my
Yeah.
says it's when Jeff asked him about what animal are you in the jungle, he said lion. Do we believe that? I don't see lion.
like Simba, the cub. What?
Maybe the musical.
I don't know what interview I was watching. I think he is going to be very direct. He's really smart. He knows the game inside and out, like all the way back to one. He was like throwing out names of people that even I was like, who is that?
Dumb. I think he's smart, but he's going to play dumb.
Yeah.
Well,
I really
okay.
think go ahead now.
All right, who's his favorite player? Remind me who's his favorite player. You guys have that?
Oh, he doesn't say. Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe I can. Hold on. Let me see if I got his favorite player right here. Let's see. No. They don't have their CBS didn't put out their bios yet.
Yeah,
Okay.
Princess Glammy is saying that he can go first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be. I don't think maybe the fans won't like him, but maybe the house guests may like him.
Oh, I think they will. It was very much like watching a politician talk to Jeff when he was talking. He was even like manipulating Jeff a little bit, like steering the interview where he wanted it to go and what he wanted to talk about. And I think people are he's either going to win or out first week. Honestly, that's kind of how I felt about him. Mm-hmm. He might be a pick to win.
He sounds like Roddy. It's like Roddy.
A little bit. A little bit. I just, I feel like they always cast from the last season. Like, they always just kind of take someone from the last season, tweak the look, tweak the personality, and boom, there's your new version. And this is kind of like the newer Hayden. Just, to me, seems like, smarter, our little Jace. But all right.
It's like a politician speaking out of a Hayden body, right?
That's what I mean. My brain doesn't get it. I'm like, what? Hi, Hayden. We meet you at the reality rally. James. Now, look. Love all people. So I'm just going to say what everybody else is thinking. When little old James trotted himself into the interview with Jeff and sat down on the couch, I just wasn't prepared for the Spencer meets Judd accent and personality. Like the Southern, I'm going to go hunting today, and boopity, I'm going to shoot me some what?
The only thing I could think of is what would Aaron Gray say from her season? He's from Texas. He's Asian. That's what I want to know.
He has the draw and everything. I think it's fascinating.
Yeah.
It's so fascinating. He is.
He knows the game. Does he know the game?
He knows the game. He totally knows the game. He calls himself the hillbilly Asian.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He has a huge heart. After you get past the accent and his looks, he is such a sweetheart. He's on a farm.
Kids.
Yeah.
He's gonna mess up the game. He's gonna be that player that's gonna ruin it for everybody.
He's already messing up our pre-show. But the thing is, he's got a huge heart, but he doesn't care. He will cut a bitch to get the money. He doesn't care if America likes him.
Really?
It's spectacular to watch.
Well,
I love it. Okay, then I like him now.
Yeah.
Well, here was my favorite part of his interview with Jeff. So he's like, I have a daughter, and I love my daughter, but I also have another child that I adopted through marriage, blah, blah, blah. And then at the end, he's married now, right? He's married, 2 kids. And then at the end, Jeff says to him, so what was the best moment of your life up until this? And he's like, this is it. This is the best moment of my life. And Jeff is like, you had 2 kids. And he's like, oh, yeah, the birth of my daughter is the best moment of my life. And I was like, you forgot your adopted one. It's going to have Jan Brady issues. Boy. Well,
Marsha.
So,
Marsha.
Tishla in our chat room is saying if G from BB4 and Donnie had a baby, that would be James.
Yes.
Interesting.
Or if we want to get technical, Donnie on camera in public, Donnie, sure. You can go with that. That's what I'm going to say. Me speaking for myself. Donnie on,
nice.
Donnie on
Nice.
camera. Get Donnie off camera, then.
Oh, America, you have no idea about Donnie off camera. No idea. I got to hang out with Donnie.
Oh, we all did, didn't we?
Yeah.
We walked past the alleys. Just walking over you. Hi, Donnie.
Hi, Donnie. Hey.
Here, I'll say this. I'll give the 20-second Donnie at Reality Rally story this year. We were in someone's room, McCrae's room, and walked up to Donnie, and he goes, "Who are you again?" And I went, "Reality Recaps." And he goes, "I don't think I like you." I was like, "Sorry, Donnie." And then he dropped the accent completely. It was like, "Shot."
Yeah. I love Donnie.
No, I love Donnie. He's a funny little one.
James is one. Back to James. James is one to watch out for. Honestly.
I think so too. Yeah, because he's the sweet dad who says. I mean, he says he'll split your throat. Like you won't see it coming.
I said that. Okay. We'll see.
Well, and you almost did it.
Almost. We're not close.
Apple pie in the way.
Still working.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now we need to move on to who the internet is saying is me for some reason. Now we'll say, oddly enough, I don't appreciate that, John, and I wish I would have watched this interview, because it is the one interview I didn't get to today.
My
Jason Roy, the gay. Now, granted, he's standing there with his little arm and his little hip out, and I saw that he has the head movements, and I know he does eye rolls. But go ahead, John. Explain to me why.
He's like 40 pounds, like 4'9". He's the nerd gay. He stocks groceries at night. So he watches Big Brother. He can watch the feed as he's stocking toilet paper. He is excited because he says he's going to play the game socially. He's going to get an all-girls alliance, and he's going to be the gay glue that keeps the girl alliance together. He's got that Massachusetts, Rhode Island accent, which I hear all the time. It's similar to a Long Island one. I wish I had a Long Island cocktail every time I heard it.
Wish I had some
I just love him. I just love him.
You love him? All right.
I think he's hilarious. I think he's hilarious.
Is he in a relationship? Does he have a boyfriend?
No, I don't think so.
Damn, that says it right there. Doesn't it?
Love, Jason.
Well, I think we have to love him. All right. It says it says he was born short and skinny, but the Massachusetts boy got a big mouth on him. He won't shy away from conflict, and he's always been picked last for the team. And
just like you. Just like you. Weren't you always picked last, Eric? You were.
No, because I wrote out fake doctor's notes from my parents to get me out of gym. I never played.
Lies deceit. Okay. There you go.
That is why I would be good on Big Brother.
That's why you're good at reality recaps.
So what he has too much. He said he won't be caught dead. I appreciate this. He won't be caught dead lounging around in his pajamas. He has too much style and personality. He's going to also bring it for the live feeders. He is a fan. And
he's a huge live feeder. He's a huge live feeder.
Huge live feeder.
Okay.
Danielle says no.
Have another swig of your beer, darling.
Yeah, right on.
Okay.
Who's the one picking his nose the most on TV, too? He'd be like digging up in there. We'll see.
As long as he's not chewing cereal, right, Eric? As long as he's not chewing cereal or like trail mix or anything.
You guys are so mean.
Yeah.
We gotta eat, you guys. You can't help it. The microphone is right there.
It is like the microphone's here, Danielle. It's like, there it is.
We can't help it. We forget about all that stuff, and we don't belch in.
I don't blame you guys at all. I don't blame you guys at all. You need to eat dinner. That's fine. I respect it's dinner time. I'm not going to watch the feeds right now. But when there's the fight in the backyard happening, but we're on every microphone zoomed in on Zach eating Fruit Loops into the microphone, I don't really get it. I don't really.
Can I just explain it? Let me explain it to you. Are you guys listening?
Yeah, I'm ready.
The reason why they're not zooming on the fight, they need to save that for the show. That's why.
Oh.
Think about it. They have a show to produce. It's not all about you. It's not all about you.
I don't know if it's so much about the show or more about who's fighting in the backyard that they wouldn't want to see be shown in a negative light.
True. Here's a good little tidbit that Kim is bored in our chat room says Jason's favorite player is Danielle. How do we feel about Jason now, Danielle?
Well, his name is Jason. Does that good? And the fact I'm his favorite player, that's even better.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Okay, I love him.
There you go.
Okay, who said that in the chat room, John?
Kim is bored.
Okay, I believe. Okay, if it's Kim, then I believe it. I didn't see. It's not on his little CBS bio.
Yeah. It was in the video. It was in the video.
In the video. Yeah. Okay. Good. Thanks, Kim. Oh,
Kim is good. We love our Kimmy.
That means he's gonna be a player, you guys. That means he's gonna be a player. It's always important. I need to know if I was walking in a house and I would have to ask, who's your favorite player? And depending on who the person's favorite player, I'm going to think that's how they're going to probably play the game. So if they told me, Jordan's my favorite player, I'm like, you're going to be sweet. That's nice. Oh, Dan Giesling's my favorite player. I'm going to watch out for you because you're dangerous. So it all depends. If they say Danielle's my favorite player, they need to watch out.
Okay.
See, that's, okay. If I went into the house, I want you to know I would say Jordan's my favorite player, and I would just play it so I would
say Chicken George is my favorite player if I went into the house. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what these little people have to say about it. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on to the interview that I had to watch like 3 times because I couldn't wrap my head around it.
Okay.
If there's only one that you go to watch with Jeff, Danielle, you need to watch John McGuire's Joey Mack's interview with Jeff. Which I would say it's Johnny Mac, whatever. I think production, okay, I won't even make that joke. I'll say it was as if somebody shot him up with speed and Adderall and then threw him into Jeff, and he's like, I'm a dentist, but I'm crazy, and I love adrenaline, and I'm a dentist, and I can do teeth, but I can't do teeth in California, so don't bother asking me to do teeth in California. But if you ever come to Pennsylvania, I'll rip your teeth out. I'll give you veneers. And I'm like, whoa, what is going on?
He was on the ceiling, and Jeff was almost looking up, interviewing him. He says, despite his size and being very petite, per man, he does the mud run, so he's good at endurance. He's going to be good at those competitions. He's a horrible laugh. He said that in the forest or whatever, the animal that he would choose is the badger, because badgers can also fight tigers and lions. I know the honey badger online.
We're not gonna like him. We're not gonna like him.
Well, he says people only have 2 reactions to him. They either like him or hate him.
Yeah. The 2 reactions, they're gonna hate him or really hate him. So no. He needs to calm down. He's at a 10, we need him at a 3. Next.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he might be a first to go. Very well.
I think he's going to be the first to go because he's going to talk his way out of that house. Guaranteed.
Unless it's some competition.
He's a
dentist. Oh, he was like, Jeff's like, what are you going to do with the money? And he said, well, I'm $250,000 in debt, and interest is really high, so I'm paying it off. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Called refinancing.
And it's not that he has his own practice, he's a consultant. So Jeff asked him, what about your business while you're in the house? He goes, I'm just a consultant. I'm just, I'm just a consultant.
But he said, he made it very clear, I can rip your teeth out, I can give you veneers, we can do Invisalign, you need a root canal.
I would love it. I mean, you have all that time, right? You could sit there and just talk about whitening.
Yeah. And a fan. And I will say, and a fan of the show, was he the one No, a super fan. But I'll also say, as much as we're making him out to be crazy, like cracked out, which he was, he also at the same time was a little slow. Like Chuck.
Mentally
Yeah.
slow?
Like special.
Special?
Like
He's special?
Yeah. Like to
Or
me.
as we say, oh, he's so precious.
Right, precious. He seemed precious.
Jackie Knows in our chat room says the dentist is like the dentist in Little Shop of Horrors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Thanks,
God,
Jackie.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
You know, he's gonna be good TV. He's gonna be good TV.
Yeah,
He's
I think
gonna
they
be
all are.
good TV, and I have a feeling our Audrey is gonna be like, I'm transgender, and then production is just gonna push him into that shot and let him like go off like a top, be like, oh, what are you talking about? I can't handle it. Like that's what's gonna happen in that scene.
Oh my
That's
God.
what's gonna happen. They're gonna force him right in there because he's gonna be the over-the-top reaction to that.
All right.
Okay, let's talk about pretty Liz Nolan. She's so pretty. Like, she's so pretty. And said, and I quote, I'm here to use my body to win. And then when I get the money, I'm going to pay off my loans. I'm here to use my body to win, and I consider myself a Rachel Riley.
Yeah. She does marketing in Miami. And Jeff asked her, so you're on the streets, like, I don't know, with a sign physically on her. I don't know if Jeff knows what marketing is. She said, no, I'm actually in an office where I do marketing. And she says, the animal that I would be in the forest would be a tiger.
A tiger, right.
Another tiger.
Another tiger.
Lions,
Pouncing
tigers, bears,
female
and
tigers.
Well,
I-
yeah, go ahead, Danielle.
Well, women, I mean, to make a statement like that, I'm going to use my body to win. This is not sunset. You're not prostituting yourself. Why would? I don't like women like that. It's not necessary. Don't get me wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with being hot, ladies. But to make a statement like that, it's just so. You just
I know.
Going back so many years.
Danielle, I have to tell myself that all the time and remind myself every time I look in the mirror. Just don't use your body today, John. Just don't.
Not today.
Use your mind. Eyes up. Eyes up. Eyes up.
Not today, Stacey.
Eyes up. I'm here. I'm not there. I'm here.
Right. Yeah. And I have to say, she got a little flirty with Jeff. I don't know if Jordan was off camera, but I meant to write down her little. Oh, seriously. She kind of like put her hand on his shoulder and was like, we could forget about Jordan. Like, I forget what she said. She made like some little clearly flirting with Jeff comment. And I was like, no, you don't.
Was he uncomfortable? Was he uncomfortable? Or did he like it?
Well, he always looks uncomfortable because, you know.
So our very own Colleen in the chat room is saying Liz is kind of compared to Risha on BB Can 3 this last season.
Well, you would know that. Do you agree?
I absolutely agree. I stood right next to Risha, and what I saw with Jeff, she's in her body. Risha did too. Good, you know. But I think it's more than just body. I agree with you, Danielle. You got to use your mind. Strategy. Your strategy's here. Your strategy isn't here.
No.
Well, I got news for you. I think Clay Honeycutt is going to have his strategy right inside of her strategy, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We need a Liz, though. We need a Liz. It takes old people to make up the big brother. We need somebody to go first, or, you know. Yeah. You need a meat shield. She's a good meat shield. No. She will do whatever you say.
The dentist will go first.
Yeah, so far.
You know what? He'll go second. He'll be the one thinking he's controlling the game and telling everybody what to do, and the next thing you know, he's gonna be blindsided and be like, "Bye, Felicia. Bye."
Bye, girl. Bye.
I don't want to say too much about that Liz right now. Watch, Liz is gonna win. That's what I think. Right. Okay. I know we all were a fan of BB15 with the STFU Helen hashtag. It's kind of how I felt with our next candidate, Meg Meg Maley, who I just wanted to during the interview also be like, shut up with our little Meg. And she, and I'm allowed to say that because she's from New York and she's a waitress.
Yeah. She's a waitress in New York.
Mm.
She doesn't care if she's hated if she wins, though. This sweet girl, very bubbly, didn't have that really thick New York accent that we hear a lot on the show. But I love that she said she didn't care if America hated her. She wants the money.
Good.
The animal that she's compared herself to in the forest is a goose.
Do her what now? Like Grey Goose?
Yeah, an actual goose, because she says that she can be very loud, and her laugh can be very loud, like a goose or a geese or whatever you want to call it, and that could get on house guests' nerves.
So she's going to be like, yeah. Oh no. That might trump chewing for me. That might
trump chewing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And let's not also forget, she says, straight guys like me because I'm an adorable blonde guys gal, while the gay guys love my sass, and girls love me because I'm non-threatening, and I swear by the girl code.
Oh, so Girls Alliance.
Right. She seems like Girls Alliance. I think,
good.
Girls
Her and
Alliance.
the Eric Curto wannabe with the gay glue can form the girl alliance.
The girl glue. The gay is bringing the girl gay glue, or the gay glue.
The gay is bringing the gay glue to hold the girl alliance together.
I just want one gay person to be on Big Brother and not feel the need that he has to go and be and play with the girls, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I would be playing with the girls. I'm just saying, though, I would like a different gay on the show who's not the super flamboyant gay. I want to see the gay that doesn't need to just be with the girls, is what I'm saying.
Princess Glammy has labeled her in the chat room Motormouth Meg.
Yes. I don't think she took a breath during the interview.
I don't think she did either, Glammy. Good job.
She's just nervous.
No, I like her. Here's the thing. If they're from New York, I like to start out giving them shit in the beginning of the season, and then I kind of let them go.
It's how it is when you visit New York.
Right. But then I have to be nice about them at the end, because look, no one's gonna go back and watch the earlier shows. I loved you all season. Now I gotta start out.
You're amazing. I picked you to win, girl. I picked you to win.
Oh, exactly. That's little Meg. But yeah, and she's also, what else? Oh, no, nothing else about her. I don't have anything else about Meg. No, good. Let's get off Meg. Let's move over to Shelly Poole. Like poodle, but pool. She's an interior designer. There's a lot of smart people this season.
And she stages home for real estate agents when people are selling their home. Jeff was very confused and didn't know what that was.
Oh, Jeffy.
I'm just so glad he's pretty. Cute, really loves her family. The animal she compared herself to in the jungle is a zebra.
Mm-hmm. That's not her most interesting thing, though. Her most
Don't
interesting...
they get hunted all the time? I mean, they die. Just saying.
Well,
what?
You know who didn't die? Her fraternal twin in the womb. So she's not that vicious. But she has a twin. She has a twin, is what I'm letting everybody know. Because we're going to get to some of those. We're going to get to some of those rumors coming up.
Is she married? Is she married?
Is she married? Well, she's the middle of 5 children. Career woman from Atlanta. No, I'm gonna go with not married.
I don't think she is.
Although you're 30, you're 33, Shelly. What are you doing with your life? You should be married and have kids, because that's what.
Stupid.
I can't even.
Yeah.
I can't even.
You're on the East Coast. That's how they think. We're on the West Coast.
I was trying to be the crazy live feeder person, is my impression.
Oh, that was adorbs.
Like, I think she really needs children. Please. needs to keep setting up houses and doing her interior design. That's
what I like. $1 million listing. That's all I gotta say.
I like her. I did like her. I liked her little dynamic with Jeff. I think, and she's also a little Danielle Donato-y. Is that just me? Like I get a little Danielle Donato from her face. I like it. Not from her personality, just from her face.
Awkward.
Yeah. Right. Which, by the way, is so sad that didn't we just hear that her grandma died, right?
Yeah.
I think that is very sad.
Hong Fu Wong in our chat room says her favorite house guest was Frankie.
And to take it all back. Hater. Hater. Look, I was a huge
comment. I'm actually speechless.
Well, okay. I want to know quickly, since we mentioned Frankie, what you think of Frankie, Danielle. And here's what I'll say about Frankie. I didn't hate him. He was cast, like he was picked to be on the show. He was sought out, and I believe that's public information. So I don't fault him for using every single tool he had available to him. You know, I would use my sister, use my mother, use America. I don't blame him at all for how he played the game, which I know is not the popular opinion. What do you think?
Frankie had one of the best social games I've ever seen in Big Brother. He was liked in that house. That competition where Caleb didn't help him, and he's like, I need your help. He's playing with them. And when Frankie won that competition, I had no problem with Frankie. I thought he had a great social game. People were just hating him because
he is popular.
Yeah, absolutely. But he was a big fan of the show. He knew Big Brother, and he spoke gospel in that diary room.
And did great in comps, especially when Caleb sat one out and he did it himself with those ropes
he did
involved.
That?
Yeah,
that's amazing. You got to give him credit where credit's due.
We do.
I love Frankie.
A little arrogant. Well, excuse me.
Well, you have to.
You have to be.
I mean, the media mogul thing was a little over the top. I mean, I think I used, like, because he kept saying, I have 1 million Twitter followers, whatever. And I think last season I said, yeah, so does Justin Bieber's 2-year-old brother. What's your point? Just saying. You're not a medium. You're not a medium mogul. But I liked him. I liked me some Frankie. I really did, and I thought he played on a good game. But let's go on to most likely to be a serial killer, Steve Moses.
Winner.
Winner. I might agree with you.
Yeah, I might agree with you too. He's an audio engineer student, kind of a geek nerd.
Non-threatening.
Non-threatening. He's going to play it. He's going to play the innocent card. He's I guess the Ian, wannabe Ian of the season, right?
Winner, chicken dinner.
He threw shade. I thought he was throwing shade at Ian because Jeff compared him to Ian, and then he was like, no. Ian did everything for show. Like, Ian had to go smoke cigarettes, to drink alcohol, to try and be cool.
Fit in.
That's not me. I'm not trying to fit in. I'm trying to play super little innocent. Everything is new and exciting, and I'm going to make these people my best friend, and they're never going to see it coming when I stab them in the back to win.
Listen, America. Winner. Yeah. Winner. He's going to win. Because the men are not going to find him threatening. The girls are not going to find him threatening. They're going to probably think they use him, manipulate him, and all around, he is going to win the game. He's going to spin that game around, and before they know it, they're going to cut him a check for $500,000. I'm just saying.
Now, I will just say this. I agree with, he would be my pick to win, but if you and John are doing that, then I'm not doing it. But here is the only wrench in your plan, Danielle. We are coming off the season with Derek winning, and let's say it's true that we have John, Jace, Devon, Liz, obviously Steve, Clay, James, all claiming to be fans or super fans, coming off a Derek win, playing the game kind of that way. I don't know if all those super fans are going to really let him get that far. Because they might pick up on his, oh, just so innocent and doofy. It's not like the other years where there's only like one super fan and everyone else is a recruit.
He's going to win.
Okay.
He's going to win. He's Princess Glammy's pick in the chat room. Princess Glammy also says, who uses the word brilliant to describe themselves? Princess Glammy, you do. Okay?
So what does that mean?
A little inside joke between her and I.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I think he's going to win. He's super smart. He goes to Ivy League schools and loves the live feeds, knows he's one of the ones that knows every single show inside and out. And my favorite was he was not a Jeff fan. So I just want to let you all, I think here's what I'm going to say. I mean, he didn't say he wasn't a Jeff fan. I will say this. Go back and watch the interview and watch it as if you're watching it as someone who doesn't like Jeff, like as if he doesn't like Jeff. He throws a lot of digs in there. Like he would be, how's Jordan doing? Did you finally propose? Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Ooh, really glad you nailed that down finally. Hey, how's that breakup show you're on? Like, he's not a Jeff fan. As most people that watch the live feeds are not. I'm not going to speak for most of them, but I haven't seen anybody said they like him doing these interviews yet. On the live feeds. People. And the chat room agrees. Okay, so, yeah. Steve, I will not make my pick to win if Danielle is making it her pick to win, and you are too, John. I might just go with Vanessa Rousso.
Is that my lipstick tomboy?
Tomboy, or
the lesbian, yes. The lesbian.
She describes herself as bisexual, but she's been with a girl for the past 4 years. So I'm going to go with lesbian.
And
so
a poker player.
And poker player.
And DJ.
Okay.
And speaking of twin, has a kind of twin, really look-alike sister also.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she's a little Gina Marie. Like, I see a little Gina Marie in her, too.
Like a yo-yo-yo. Like a yo.
But I think she's strong. I think she's going to be sassy, and she's a poker player, which is a man's game, let's face it, and she does well in the game. But being a poker player, you have to know how to read people. And if she can read people, then she's going to be good. And the reason why I was good in the game, because I knew who was lying and when they weren't lying. And you have to learn to read people at the same time. So I think she's going to do well. If she might, I don't know, I might put my hat on her, too. I like her. I like her a lot.
See, here's why I think she's not going to win. Number one, lesbian. And you don't piss off a lesbian. You don't even joke about pissing off lesbian, because they'll end up in jail. They'll split your tires. They'll stab you in the face. They don't care. They're going to go to jail. They just need to be right, angry lesbian. No, I'm kidding, lesbian. But here's really what it is. She said she hasn't been away from her girlfriend for more than like 2 days in the past 4 years, and then described herself as a very emotional person. I don't see her going the long haul. I think she's one letter away from home from a self-evict.
Well, I mean, Kevin in Big Brother Canada was a poker player as well, and he made it halfway through.
I'm pulling for her. You go, girl.
Just because of the different twists and stuff, you never know. But, like, you can, relate to this, Danielle. I mean, whatever your little things are, the Big Brother house magnifies it 10 times even more. So
you have to go in that house to expect the unexpected. So it's a pressure cooker in there, you guys. It's people are like, oh, I want to do the show. It is no joke. It really messes with your mind all the time because your sense of paranoia is on steroids all the time. All the time.
Now, I don't want to brag, Danielle, but John and I were just in the Big Brother house for a good 6 hours last month, and we've been in the Big Brother house and in a diary room. So I don't want to brag or anything, but we did it. Now, here's what I will say. I don't know how you people do it. Granted, it was the Big Brother Canada house, but I heard it's the same size or even a little bit bigger than our house. I was claustrophobic. I was allowed to leave. I was in there for 5 minutes. I was like sweating. The rooms are so tiny. Just being in there, I have a whole new respect for all of you. I get the mental aspect, the psychological aspect. That is what drew me to Big Brother. Physically being in the house and seeing how closed in you are to everybody, you don't get it watching it on television. And I have a whole new respect for all of you.
I think you guys have to understand, not only are you in that house, closed off from society, but you're with people that kind of hate in some aspects. And you have nowhere to go, and you have to be nice to them when you don't want to be nice to them. I mean, there's a lot of sucking, biting your lip and not saying things that you want to say. So it's very tough. So you have to fake the funk for a very, very long time being in that house. So it's not easy. It is not easy.
For the worst prize on CBS for some reason. The cheapest show to produce. The easiest, yet you're only getting $500,000 for 3 months. When everyone else, we're just throwing out millions 3 times a year on Survivor and Amazing Race.
Excuse me, CBS, if you're watching this, I don't agree. I think $500,000 is quite nice.
Oh, I think it's quite nice, too. I told you they're calling you in January, Danielle. January.
Me.
Okay. That is a better bet than us picking a winner.
Kung Fu Wan in our chat room is saying she made $4 million in poker, and if the house guests recognize her, they are going to get her out.
Oh yeah, she's a world.
You say you're a poker player. You say you're a cop. You gone. Bye bye.
Yeah.
You have to go. So if she comes up saying she's a poker player, I'm like, oh.
She's a celebrity poker player. She's been on TV. Yeah. Kind of like how Frankie hid his identity about Ariana Grande. She's hiding her identity and saying she's just a DJ.
Yeah, but Devon's going to call her out. Devon's going to call her out. Wow.
That's what it is. The healer.
Devon's like, I know who you is.
Okay.
Right?
Or they were cast so that they could work together. Like, we have the secret together. Yeah. Let's work. I feel like that's why they were cast. America wants to see that type of a dynamic working together. I kind of feel like that's why they were cast that way. Like, handpicked. They have a lot in common. So
Princess Glammy looked it up and says she's second in the world.
Yeah. She's huge.
Second in the world poker player.
Look, I don't know anything about poker or lesbians, but I saw her and I knew who it was instantly. Instantly. Has nothing to do with that newsletter that we got either. I knew. Look, let me ask you this, Danielle. Here's my theory on Big Brother, and I know that you have a lot of opinions on the best way to play Big Brother. Here's my theory. Tell me if you think this is good or not. I feel like you have to play the house, obviously, but I also feel like you have to play production because you don't want to really let them in on what your strategy is because, my opinion is that sometimes they will change it or throw things in to keep people and whatever. So to play the house, you have to play production, but you also have to play America. You can't always tell America every single thing that you're thinking because if America doesn't like you, then production's not going to like you. Then you've lost 2 of the balls you have in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. Okay, I will say this. When I played the game the first time, I let production know everything that I was planning on doing. I didn't let the house guests know anything what I was doing, and the fans knew everything I was doing. And I did pretty well. All Stars, I changed it up a bit. I didn't share too much what I was doing or thinking. And I didn't do that well. So, I don't know. It's a lot, you guys, a lot of luck is involved. A lot of luck. So I think it's a social game. and you don't want to piss off the producers because they're the ones that feed you. You know what I mean? And they'll set you, they edit you in a bad light. You always think about what's her name, June, when she talked about Julie. That one scene, and then the next episode they did the fat cam, the side-by-side split screen. No, the producers, they do it. It's a hard work for what they're doing. I'm saying that, but there's some things you do raise an eyebrow. But hey, in season 3, I didn't think that at all. I let the producers know exactly what I was doing. I didn't let the house guests know, but you guys tuned in every day because you wanted to know what I was thinking in the diary room, and that's when I was telling the truth. That's lying in the house all the time.
Yeah. So Princess Lemmy has a great question in the chat room. She wants to know, how do you think the show has changed since you've been on it?
I think that it does become a point where it's meaner. People are not having fun like they used to. I've talked to my house guests, family from season 3, and I thought we were pretty funny. I think we laughed a lot every week. The seasons have changed to a point where we're not laughing as much. If you notice that, no one's funny. Everybody's all mean and venting and stabby, and I chuckled. That's why I think season 3 was such a good season, because every episode you laugh about something. Something was funny, and I think they just get mean and nasty. And I don't know. That's why I think has changed so much, and I think it all started with season 6. And then it's just gotten progressively worse as the seasons go on, that there's a lot of arguing and there's a lot of meanness going on.
Do you think as social media matured too, there's even more kind of meanness, because now everybody has a way to vent, whether it's good or bad, and it just kind of adds to all of that.
Well, you guys have to understand, if they're casting more fans of the show, then people are taking the game very seriously. Season 3, there wasn't hardly any fans. People don't forget. I never watched Big Brother. I didn't know what Big Brother was about. I just looked it up and said, okay, yeah, I can do that. And I think it becomes more raw and rare that people are enjoying the experience versus playing the game so much. And now people are all about the game, that they're not taking advantage of this experience. Because it's fun. You have some good times, it's fun, and then some days where you're like, oh my God, kill me now. So it's that's why I feel like the game has changed a lot, really.
It's interesting that you say since 6. I would have said since 15. I noticed the complete shift 15 on. Like 15 is insane to me. Or you know what?
6.
Or 12.
That's when it was split in half. Remember, the house was split in half. And they were fighting, and Busto, and got the Buxom Blonde, and Kaiser. I caught a bigger fish, or whatever the hell he said. It was more tension. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They weren't as funny. I mean, can you name something funny on season 6?
Yeah.
I couldn't name something funny from last season. I couldn't name something funny from last week. But wait. Let me ask you this question so we can bring up
I have another one too.
Okay, it's from Nintendo Smash Nintendo, who says, Danielle, do you think in season 3, if the house never saw your diary room, that you would have won the game? Oh, we know this answer.
No, I wouldn't have won. I was playing for second.
Really? Okay.
Yep. After I backstabbed Marcellus, I was playing for second.
Well, I mean, you would know. I'm sure you've talked to the whole cast and already have your answer.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm going to go with what you said. I'm like, no, you're totally wrong. You would have won. But I'm sure you know more than me. Go ahead, John.
Nope.
All right, so we've got Tisha Hinman, don't kick my ass because you look like you could, in our chat room, and wants to ask you about this summer's twist. 14 house guests, but 16 memory slots. Who do you think the twist has something to do with the final 2 house guests?
It'd probably be 2 returning players. What I think the producers will probably like to see is somehow guys versus girls, possibly. You probably have to bring a strong alpha female and a strong alpha male in there. The only person on the female side I think could probably take charge and lead a girls team is Helen or Maggie. Yeah. Those 2 ladies are the probably only 2 that can probably get them. And the guys, It could be Frankie, not Frank, and maybe I don't know.
But the consensus is, allegedly, because there is no proof, that next season would be All-Stars. So are they really going to want to pick any people that are going to be really good to bring in the ratings for All-Stars and use them up this season? I know the rumor is like a boys versus girls and have coaches and captains is one. That might play into the interviews because a lot of people in their bios were all, oh, I was always picked last, I wasn't good at sports, I'm athletic, I'm pretty. So they did seem to kind of be playing into that. But some people had twins. So I don't know.
You know what? That's another thing. I wouldn't be surprised if they bring their fraternal twins in there. That'd be interesting.
That was my favorite twist. I know people don't love it. The season where they had Natalie and whoever switching in and out of the house and tricking the whole cast, I loved that twist. I know people either love it or hated it. I thought it was genius.
I loved it. I think it was amazing. I would have caught on. They couldn't pull that past me. I would have figured it out. I'm just saying.
Which is another reason we need to bring Danielle back, CBS, and get someone with a twin, because I want to see her trying to figure that out. Okay, here is a question from Taylor, from Nicholas Taylor, who says, oh, no, just Danielle needs a third chance like Janelle got. Just a comment. Just says
I would
you
love
just...
to play it one more time. Just one more time. I do. One more time.
The rumor out there for an All-Star season is that it could be good versus evil or legends versus All-Stars. So meaning like All-Stars would be, what are we up to now? 17. So let's say like 8 and below is legend and 9 and up is an All-Star. So you never know.
They're not calling me.
Okay. Team Sarah BB Ken says, I'm auditioning for Big Brother next year, Danielle. Do you have any advice?
No.
No? You have nothing for her.
Nothing for you. 'Cause what do you want me to say? Just be you. Aren't you tired of hearing that? I have no advice. If you don't have an interesting story, they're not going to cast you. They want a story. If you don't have nothing, if they don't want to hear, I'm going to win because I'm great, they don't care about that. You have to have a story. If you don't have a story, if you're not, if people don't like to watch you, they're not going to cast you. Simple as that.
It is. It is all about story. I mean, it's the only show on television that they are producing 24/7 for 3 months. They have to, you have to have a storyline. And as much as I'm not a Dan fan, I will say his book outlines a lot of the very obvious things that you should do if you're trying to be cast on a show like Big Brother. But if you need that book, although, you know, I can't say that. Didn't Ian read the book? Steve from Opposite Worlds read the book. There are a lot of people that credit their casting to Dan's book, so I guess it could work.
Okay, then I have advice. Go buy Dan's book.
And hopefully it's on Amazon and use our link if you're going to do that. Dan's book.
So, I mean, what about this season's twist with every week a new guest comes in, and what is it? This is Ruby.
No. We'll stop right there. That would never happen. That would be such a flaw in the
season
game.
twist is when you surprise house guests come in and each week give their new twists.
No, I don't like that. You know what I want them to do? When they get up to the jury part, let the jury stay in the house. They're not playing, but let them stay in the house.
That would be great for feed watchers, too, because it just gets so boring at the end.
Thank you. Let them stay in the house.
Princess Glammy thinks you're in a hotel room in Sequester. Are you?
Yeah. Doesn't this look like a hotel?
Let me tell you right now, everyone watching, because so many people, I don't know if you saw on Twitter, Danielle, there was a ton of people were like, how is Danielle being on your show? She's in Sequester. Let me break it down for you. as someone who used to have to interview the people that were in sequester. She's not in
Well, I have a
sequester.
cell
Oh yeah,
phone.
there you go. Hold up your
Have a
phone.
cell
There you
phone.
go.
Have a cell phone. No
There you
cell
go.
phone. It's sequester.
Okay, the chat room's exploding on you, Eric.
Allison, I'll call you right back.
Eric, the chat room's exploding because CBS confirmed the new twist, and they're
What is
saying that you're a dildo.
Wait,
Each
CBS?
week, a new house guest is going to come in and reveal a new twist.
What? When? Ooh, I
What?
don't know. Excuse me. No. Dana.
Did you hear that, Princess Clammy?
Are you screwing with us, or is that true?
No, it's totally true.
They're gonna bring somebody in each
I was
week.
trying to say before you cut me off, yes. When surprise house guests come in and
But I
give
think this
the
is
house
in
guest a
Canada.
new twist every week.
Didn't they bring, like, House in Canada too? Didn't they bring house guests in later on? Wasn't it like...
Every week? That means we have to have a whole hotel of people sequestered somewhere. Because they couldn't have any knowledge of the game. I'm going to need a link. I'm going to need a link to that, and we will put it in the notes.
Glammy says she's going to send you the press release.
All right, Glammy, I got a press release for you right here.
Oh, my God.
I'm happy you're doing your homework.
I mean, why have I heard not one person talking about this on the interwebs then?
Glammy, can you be on the next show?
I thought you were in the loop. I need to be on her show. Does she have a show? Maybe I need to be on the show.
She
with
does,
her.
right here with us.
Oh.
Yeah, she also did. I will say this. Glammy wrote a blog
Yes.
for her website, which is one of the funniest, and I never say this, and you all know it, one of the funniest blogs I have ever read. It's kind of like a tongue-in-cheek how you should prepare to spend your whole summer watching Big Brother. I have not read something where I've cried laughing before until I read this. It's very, and we'll put it below this show in the links. All right, Danielle, pick to win right now, and we're gonna say this. Glammy, pick somebody from the chat room for John and for me and for Danielle, and we're gonna let Danielle pick first. And Danielle, if your person ends up winning, we're gonna send something to the person who Glammy picks. So who's your pick to win?
Steve. I'm going with Steve.
Okay, Steve. John, you are now no longer allowed to pick Steve. Who are you picking to win? Just touch a name on your...
I think Devon.
Devon? I hope you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Devon with the poker player, but because she's a poker dealer, but I think she's going to sacrifice the lesbian, and I think she's going to win the whole thing.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. I want to also, I think we all want to say the Steven, but fine. I'm going to say Jace, the super smart surfer politician-y, looks like Hayden guy. I'm gonna go with Jace. I should have picked myself, the gay kid, but no. We're gonna have a gay winner. And CBS didn't care. So I'm gonna go with Jace is who I'm going to say for the winner. So there you go, Glammy. Whoever picked us or however, then you guys win if whichever one of us was correct. We will send you some swag at the end of the season. So, Danielle, are you looking forward to this season? Are you excited for this season?
I'm always excited for Big Brother. I can't wait to watch this. I think it's going to be good TV. Robin, I think Robin Cass outdid herself this time. I think it's going to be a lot of drama. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it.
I am too. I love that it's an older cast. I love that there's a lot of fans this season, so nobody can talk about that anymore. And I agree. It seems dynamic personality-wise, and I think I agree. I think it's going to be good. Do you watch the feeds too, Danielle, or just the shows?
I will be watching the feeds.
Okay.
And I'll be there. I'll announce when I'm in the chat room so you guys we can talk about the house guests. So it's gonna be fun.
Ooh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I thought everyone was just going to go crazy that you were saying I'll be there meant something different, like in the house.
Yeah, y'all need to let it go, y'all. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
You don't
Let
want
it
them to
go.
let it go. They're your fan. Dan, let me explain to you. As we've learned, nothing will sway production's opinion more than a fan base. So, you want to tell them go. Go and start tweeting, we want Danielle back. I'm telling you.
It's not
Okay.
gonna work. That ship has sailed. It hasn't sailed. It's been sunk. It's
All right,
under
it's
the
sailed and
water.
it's been sunk, but let me ask you this. If they did call you, would you do it?
Of course. In a heartbeat.
Okay, good. Because then we were going to have a whole nother show, because I think people that say no are crazy.
Yeah, I would.
Because you know they
I
just
gotta
throw...
put it one more time. Just one more time.
One more time. Don't they... I think, don't they just give you $25,000 if you've already played just for walking on the set? I would be like, yep, I'm going to play $25,000, walk in the house and be like, evict me, I'm ready to go home now, bye, and take my money and leave.
No, they don't do that. Not at all.
Oh, no, they don't.
They get the regular stipend like everybody else.
All right, guys, so I just want to be clear. Princess Glammy sent us the link, and the twist is each week a surprise guest will appear on the show to announce a new and different twist into the game.
So it's probably returning or past house guest. It says a guest, not
it's
a
guest.
Guest.
Correct.
All right.
Correct.
Okay, so it could be anybody introducing a twist.
It could be Perez Hilton. We don't know.
It could be reality recaps.
It could be us. It could be Lisa Vanderpump. We don't know.
It could be a dog.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Okay.
Lance Bass.
Oh, God. What are the shows that they have on this season? Oh, it's going to be like, the cast of Under the Dome is here to reveal the dome twist. This season in the backyard, we're dropping a dome on your asses. No more fresh air. Twist it up.
Oh my gosh, that was the funniest thing you ever said.
You know what they're going to do. All right, we need to wrap this up. Danielle, you really do, in all honesty, so many people went crazy on Twitter when they heard that you were coming on this show. So you have a ton of fans. Is there anything that you want to say to them? The floor is yours.
Oh, well, thank you for liking me and being a fan. You guys have been great. I've even won people that hated me, and they go, I like you now. I get it. I didn't like you at first, but I get it now as I watch the show. So just follow me on Twitter, DanielleBB3, and we can talk game. And just be prepared. If I'll tell the truth, ask the question, because the truth will set you free. And if you don't like the answer, that's your problem. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
And Danielle, like me, is a big fan of the eye roll. And as I just learned, I think Danielle and I are going to the Janet Jackson concert together. That's all I'm saying. If I didn't feel so fat, I would show my Janet tattoo right over here. I'm so excited. Can't wait. Janet's coming back. Almost more exciting than Big Brother.
Thank God you can't.
All right, John, final thoughts.
I'm excited about this season. I'm liking the cast, especially after seeing their videos. And I'm excited about the surprises you and I have in store on the way we're going to cover this season. It's pretty neat, but I'm not going to reveal anything right now.
I will just say this so that everyone knows. John and I are going to do something a little different. We're not going to do shows like this unless we have people like the Danielle that want to come on and talk about it. If we have a house guest, all the other years we did shows consistently every single week. We're not going to kind of do the talky shows consistently unless we have people that you guys want on. What we will do consistently each week is something that you'll have to tune in for the first week of Big Brother, but all of you that are fans of my mashups, if you like mashups, if you like kind of like what Will does, you're going to have to tune in. We're going to do comedic. We're going back to comedic mashups, is what I'm saying this season, and we'll throw some of these in too.
You're gonna be so busy. You're gonna be busy.
I got a house.
I know.
Computer. I got stuff to do, people.
Eric's a grown up now. He's just not some little blogger on YouTube.
I'm all grown up now, and I have a life now. Best thing you guys can do to support our shows, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Reality Recaps, thumbs up, share our stuff on social media. That really helps support all of our shows. And let's just keep doing it. Look, we don't do ads, we don't beg you for money, we don't just share our stuff on social media. That's all we want. And we also want you all to start tweeting and saying you want Danielle back on the show.
Yeah. Sign a petition.
Yeah.
Black
exactly.
Widow's back. Bring her back.
Bring her back.
Bring her back.
All right. That is all for now. I will be at the New York finale, so follow me on Twitter. I'll be tweeting out pictures. I wish you would come, Danielle, but maybe next year.
Next year.
Next year. We'll see you at Reality Rally, though, again, and we'll have lots to talk about. Lots that we're never allowed to say.
Oh, if I see you on April, that means they would have contacted me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I won't go after all.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
I'll know
see
if you
April.
go. We're Facebook friends. I will know if you are there. I will be like, John, this is what our status just said. I know that it means. All right, we need to go. We love all of you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Danielle, thank you so much.
Thank you, Danielle. We love you.
you.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.